Hello and welcome everyone, this is Dave the Sunny Panda and you are watching my playthrough of This is the Police. So last time we ended up in a coma because we were smacked and attacked while we were waiting to meet our wife at like 3 a.m. somewhere, God knows where. Anyways, we recovered, we gave a press conference and we are having more than a serious clash with the mayor and his choice of the next police chief, who seems to be his son-in-law. But anyways, it's September 11th, Wednesday. Jack Boyd recovers from head injury, says the Golden Bird. Freeburg Tribune says Jack Boyd, unable to name attackers, and the fact says police chief awakens from coma. Alright. Ooh, the new car. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight, can I go home? You're too old. Why are you on the force in the first place? No, you can't go home. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight, can I go home? Yeah, Porter has been... Okay, yes, go. Buck Jr., I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight, can I go home? No. What's happened to my force? I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight, can I go home? No. No. No, everyone's so tired. What's going on? Is there anybody new? No, everyone's just tired as hell. There's no new. I'm going to save this tribe. I need to see if Officer Austin is still on the force. Whoa. It's gone from CDs to cassettes? Okay. Let's play this. Oh my god, so much changed. Or was that a year? I don't know. Was I out for a month or a year? No, first things first. I really need to check up... just blowing the dust off of... Martin Stead. Jack, while you were in the hospital, a hunt was declared on all cops. It's like all the criminals in the city suddenly went savage. They're calling officers one by one and beating them to death. Our boys have started refusing to ride out on calls alone. When the situation is really bad, even two will refuse to go. Okay, we'll take care of that. New job slot, you can hire one more detective. Okay, now we have a lot of hiring to do. First, I need to see... Okay, Officer Austin's still on shift B. Wow, and Oshiro has overtaken Kochi. And everyone's tired. I need to fix this up. What's going on? Okay. We have lots of officer slots and detective slots. Yeah, we can hire 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 4 more officers. So I'll get, I think, shift B needs 3. Shift B needs 3, shift A needs 1. Okay, so, oh wow, 850. Bertram Prado, okay, you're for shift A, Bertram. Adam, you're for shift B, and Marcus, you're for shift B. There you go. We can get one more, but for now we'll let it be. Peter, do we need detectives? Where do we need detectives? I think we are going to fire Billups because she's too old. Fire legally. Okay, and we are going to hire Detective Peter Vickers for shift A and Peter Matthew Marlowe for shift B. Yep, we have one more officer slot, but I don't want to hire anyone now. City Hall, we'll ask for a raise. Yeah, we need a raise. It's been a long time. And I don't know how much... Where has our salary been all these days? We have 69k to our name. But let's see how it goes. Anyways, vandalism at the city center. A passerby saw 3 teenagers setting fire to a parked car. According to an eyewitness, you can still catch them. They're just walking down the street. Not even in a hurry. Alright, Officer Robbins and Reed. Off you go. So they're afraid to ride out alone. We have to send them in groups. Sometimes even 2 don't agree to go, because they're getting cornered and beat up, but the police chief is back in business now, okay? And we are going to really sort out whatever the problems were in our absence. The detectives don't seem to have done much. Anyways, there's a drug sale at the King Louis nightclub. Club patrons found a man lying unconscious in the bathroom due to an apparent drug overdose. All our detectives are really unprofessional, so let's just put Ackers and Kanao on it. Until the hit and run is sorted out by Detective, what's his name? Detective Beasley. Okay. Oh my god, there's so much to do. Imagine coming back after a month. okay? Most of my officers are almost like they've been overworked. What's happened to them? Anyways, the first response goes well. Love the music. Everyday mall theft. A security guard noticed a suspicious group of teenagers hiding things under their jackets as they walked past the checkout. When he asked them to stop, the teenagers scattered in all directions and ran out of the store into the parking lot. The guard called the police and says they couldn't have gotten far. Alright, Gibbons, wait, should I send out Gibbons? No, Reed and Smith and Dorwell, why not? 3 of you, off you go. There were a bunch of teenagers, at least multiple, so we need 3 officers. They spread out and ran away, so this is not their first rodeo. They're definitely not first rodeo. Investigations have started. Mr. Bates, the bartender, says saw a little fella in a white jacket. He ordered the cherry juice, drank at the bar, and then went to the bathroom with some bearded guy. I thought they were just up for a little tickle, you see, a lot of these days. But when the other folks found the bearded guy with his nose in the toilet, I knew the guy in the jacket was up to no good. Okay, so he was sold. Oh my good God. Okay, doctor says the man suffered a heart attack brought on by cocaine use. He lost consciousness, he fell down and hit his head. The man was rushed to intensive care. His condition is serious, but he is not stable. One of the booths had a broken toilet, and on the floor beneath was an empty cocaine bag sitting in a pool of blood. Wow. T. Gilliam, a bum, says, I saw a kid in a silly white jacket running out of the club, ran like the devils were after him. Wish I had some of whatever he was on. Okay. And Mr. Grosset says, this is a club patron. I was doing my eyes at the bathroom mirror when I heard a terrible roar on the other side of the wall. Me and my friend went to see what was happening and found a drug addict lying on the floor. Of course, we called an ambulance, but it might be better if he didn't make it. These smelly druggies only stink up the air of our beautiful planet. What? Okay, that's one end of the extreme, I guess. Reckless endangerment in the ghetto. An unidentified woman says that a strange surgeon is operating without a license from the basement of her house. He hardly looks like a real doctor. He's old, maybe senile, and always seems drunk. Alright, Gibbons, Robbins, and Samadhi, off you go. 3 officers responding to a call in the ghetto shouldn't be too bad unless they get cornered and beaten. That shouldn't happen. Because there are 3 of them anyways. Okay, theft, offender has been caught, our officers unharmed, professionalism through the roof, and they're getting back. I'm so happy to see Austin still on the force. I didn't want someone to hire or fire without me, and it's not too bad. Okay, I need officers to be back before... Oh my God. Reckless endangerment in the ghetto. In a dirty basement, a teetering old man is digging around inside a young man's ripped open stomach. Wow. Order the old man to move slowly away from the patient. Rush at the old man. Call an ambulance. Let's order the old man to move slowly away from the patient. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Wow. We walked into some serious shit right there. I still need officers to be back. Alright, we are getting a call from Chinatown Dormitory, and it's a call in to go and help with the rape situation. A student couldn't get into his room. It was locked from the inside, and he heard muffled cries coming from within. I don't think it's what you think, buddy. This is a false alarm. I'm going to send Burke out there. His girlfriend's likely... Chief, what, are you crazy? I'm not going out there alone, okay. Burke and Dowell, off you go. This is going to be a case of him coming home or coming back to his room to find his girlfriend cheating on him. I'm sure this is... Oh, well, and if it is indeed an assault going on, then... we have done the biggest mistake by sending Dowell and Burke Jr. Yeah, the girlfriend was just having a special moment with the new boyfriend. I knew this. Sorry, dude. Homicide at St. John's Hospital. A nurse reports that she saw an elderly woman cut off her husband's life support system after a car accident left him in a coma for months. I know his case was hopeless, but it's still murder, the greatest sin of all. According to the nurse, the woman has blocked off the entrance to the ward. Well, that is not the easiest decision to take. I'm sure she must have had a lot to think about. She must have been in a dilemma herself, but with the costs of medical care and just having someone in an ICU that doesn't wake up in coma. I don't know how I would react to that too. Just taking a sip of water. Being police chief is really tiring. Assault with an offensive weapon just on the road. A trucker called in. He says a van stopped on the side of the road and 3 large men got out with shovels. Then someone fell to the ground out the back of the van. I think they had his hands tied up. They hit him on the head with one of the shovels and led him into the woods. Okay. This is clearly someone's messing around and trying to kill someone and make the evidence go away. We'll send out 3 officers with the SWAT. I think that should be fine. Homicide report. Offender has been caught at St. John's Hospital. Officers unharmed. Good job, Officer Reed and Samadhi. I hope they get back before Smith, Robbins and Gibbons reach their spot, because if they need backup, we'll have backup to send. Yep, they'll be back. That's good. I like that. Armed robbery at the jewelry store. Okay, wait. Assault with an offensive weapon. The van is empty, but the engine is still warm. The area is silent and dark. Turn on the flashlight and run into the woods. Wait in ambush near the van. Enjoy the forest. Enter the forest. How did I read that as enjoy? What? Enter the forest, trying not to make any noise. Wait in ambush near the van. So the SWAT surrounds the van. They just wait for the culprits to come out. Civilians unharmed. That's good. Okay. Armed robbery. Do I have enough officers to respond to this armed robbery? Saridus jewelry store. An eyewitness reports that five armed men burst into a jewelry store. A series of gunshots followed. Then, a few minutes later, a girl staggered out of the store, bleeding from the stomach. She fell on the pavement, unconscious. Yeah, we need to respond to this. Okay, Reed, Samadhi, and Dowell, you go first. Please call for backup. Please call for backup. I should have drug sales more. Oh yes. This is the new one. Okay, so we got some frames. Probably not enough to solve the case yet. It is a white pack, so we know. So these 2 frames are relevant, but we have to let them continue on. Hit and run. We probably have enough frames for this, because now I have forgotten the whole. I've forgotten the incident. This was great. It was a gray, right? A gray truck. Okay. Mr. Pazzi died immediately on an impact. A heavy vehicle struck him at high speed. So it is a truck. I heard a roar of a motorcycle. Figured it was bikers. Road was empty. Saw the body. Motorcycle tracks, tire tracks, and shattered glass were found. So there was shattered glass and motorcycle tracks too. Nearby intersection, surveillance camera recorded a group of bikers, and behind them you can make out a grey Jeep with a cracked windshield. I doubt we have enough to go on still. Okay, let's see. He's walking around. No, we don't have enough. So let's just wait. These investigations are killing me. I mean, I need to finish them up, and I think it's just a matter of putting good detectives on it. He's a good detective, but yes, thank God they called for reinforcements. I didn't want them dying. So the armed robbery situation is more serious than expected. We are sending out reinforcements. The last call of our day. The day is ending with this call. I'm just hoping that no one's dying. My first day back on the force, I don't want my officers dying. I don't know how the department was being handled without me. Everyone's tired. Why? Okay, good job. Offender is caught, officers unharmed, and civilians unharmed. We found loot jewelry. Alright, bring it to the police station. We're not selling it to the mafia. And let's end our first day back as the chief of police. Okay. Cutscene.
Impressive recovery, Mr. Boyd. I'm still not happy about how soon you're back to work. Well, not happy as your doctor. As a resident of Freiburg, I'm immensely grateful for it.
Really?
Just don't tell anyone, or they'll pull my license.
Well, thank you again for coming to see me at night.
Oh, well, whatever you need, Mr. Boyd. Any doctor in this town would come running any hour, day or night, you can believe me. You're not suffering from headaches. It says here that you are taking painkillers after a back injury. But the prescribed dose is enough to...
Dr. Krasinski, you trust me?
And, sorry?
Do you trust me?
In what way, Mr. Boyd?
You think I'm an honest and reasonable man, Doctor?
You're joking, Mr. Boyd. Thanks to you, my wife finally agreed to buy a house here, and we've decided to have children. Thanks to you, I'm not afraid to visit my patients at night. I think you are the most honest and reasonable person in the city, Mr. Boyd.
Great. You see, Dr. Krasinski, I'm an addict.
Mr. Boyd, is...
Well, not a drug addict in the way you might imagine. I'm not some weak-willed junkie. Sometimes I stay clean so long that the tablets stay locked in the barn so long they go past the expiration date. But there are less pleasant stories.
You know what? Let's...
I once took a whole bottle right there in the barn. Passed out in my own vomit. I almost choked. I fought the convulsions, somehow managed to break 4 ribs. For 2 weeks, my chest was so sore I wanted to die. But for those 2 weeks, I kept swallowing pills. Couldn't stop.
If you want, I could...
I once took a dose right before a party at home. My wife Laura had some old friends over from college. I didn't take that many, maybe 5 or 6 pills, but it felt like I'd taken a few hundred. I passed out while I was carrying a tray of drinks. On the way down, I knocked over a set of Laura's scented candles. The house almost burned down. The repairs took a good chunk from our savings.
Mr. Boyd, if you'll allow me, I'd just...
As you can see, Doctor, I'm well aware of the seriousness of the situation and the possible consequences. But sometimes I need the pills. I don't use the word lightly. Sometimes I've got to work on cases with more energy than I've got. I can't do it without them. And I know you want me doing my job. So tomorrow, I want you to come here and bring me some tablets. Lots of tablets. 10 bottles. No, better 15. Yeah, 15 bottles. The next 3 months are going to be extremely difficult, Doc.
I would like to discuss your...
You'll bring the pills, Doctor?
Yes, Mr. Boyd. Yes.
You just bullied the doctor into...
Very good. Look, I don't want to trouble you any further. I bet your family doesn't like you running away with me at night. I'd bet they'd rather I was still in that coma.
Yeah, Jack Boyd is changing. Oh my god, you're so savage now. Rumor, Kevin Paulson next Freeburg chief, police chief, okay. Anyways, we'll continue. I'll read out the headlines the next time. Thank you for watching. We'll continue on the next video as the chief of this new person in... It's just, I don't know how to react to this. I like this change. What about you? Do you think that Jack Boyd needed this change? And I feel like it's going to give us a new direction to how we play the game too. So yeah, I'm excited. Leave me a comment. Would love to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.